What if I told you there is a way to earn money every single month from the same customers without chasing new ones? Imagine waking up tomorrow and seeing recurring payments in your account while you were asleep. Now ask yourself, why do some online creators earn consistent income while others struggle every day? The answer might shock you more than you expect, because it is not about working harder, it is about building smarter systems. And one of the most powerful systems in the digital world is a membership site. But here's the real question: why do most people ignore it completely? Is it because they don't understand it, or because it sounds too simple to be true? Picture a private online community where people pay you every month to stay inside. They are not just buying a product, they are buying ongoing access, and the access becomes your predictable income stream. This is where the game of online money completely changes. Instead of one-time sales, you build recurring revenue. Instead of constantly searching for new buyers, you retain loyal members. But most people fail before they even begin. They think they need advanced tech skills to start. They think they need thousands of followers to succeed. They think membership sites are only for big influencers or companies. But that belief is completely wrong. The truth is, even a small audience can build a powerful membership business. And that is exactly what makes this model so dangerous to ignore. Because while you delay, others are building digital assets that pay them every month. Think about Netflix, Spotify, and Patreon. They all use the same core principle, recurring value. And you can apply the same principle at a smaller personal level. Imagine offering exclusive lessons, tools, or insights behind a paywall. Imagine people willingly paying you for knowledge they cannot find freely elsewhere. That is the foundation of membership sites. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The real money is not in the first sale, but in long-term retention, because one member staying for a year is worth far more than 10 one-time buyers. And that shifts everything about how you think online income works. Suddenly, you are not just a seller, you are a builder of communities. And communities are what drive digital wealth today. But how do you actually create something people want to pay for monthly? What makes someone stay subscribed instead of leaving after a week? And how do beginners compete in such a growing space? These are the questions most people never answer, and that is exactly why they never start. But once you understand the system, everything becomes clear, because membership sites are not about complexity, they're about value delivery. And value can come in many simple forms. It can be education, entertainment, tools, or even community support. The key is consistency, not perfection, and consistency builds trust over time. Trust is what keeps members paying month after month. Without trust, no membership business can survive, but with trust, even a small idea can become a powerful income stream. And right now, this opportunity is still wide open. Most people still underestimate it. Most people still ignore it, but a few are quietly building their digital empires, and they are doing it one member at a time. The question is, will you watch or will you build? Because what comes next will show you exactly how this system works in real life. Now let's step inside the real world of membership sites and see how they actually function. Imagine a simple website that feels like a locked digital room. Inside that room, only paying members are allowed to enter, and every month they pay to keep the key. One creator starts by sharing something they already know. It could be fitness training, business tips, cooking lessons, or even digital skills. At first, there's no audience, no fame, no big following, just an idea and a simple platform. But slowly, something powerful begins to form. The creator starts posting valuable content regularly. A few people discover it. They sign up out of curiosity, and those first members become the foundation. One member joins because they want step-by-step guidance. Another joins because they are tired of free, confusing information online. A third joins because they want accountability and structure. And suddenly, the creator is no longer just posting content. They are solving real problems for real people. This is where transformation begins, because membership sites are not about selling information. They are about delivering progress. One fitness creator might upload weekly workout plans. One business coach might share monthly strategies. One designer might provide templates and tutorials. Each member feels like they're part of something exclusive. That feeling of exclusivity is what keeps them subscribed. Over time, the community starts to grow, not because of ads, but because of value. Members begin to invite others. Word of mouth spreads naturally, and trust builds stronger every day. The creator notices something interesting, and income is becoming predictable, not random, not seasonal, but stable month after month. This stability changes everything, because now planning becomes possible. The creator can reinvest into better content. They can improve the platform. They can even automate parts of the system. And all of this starts from a simple membership idea. But there's also a hidden truth most beginners miss. It is not the content alone that keeps members. It is the experience inside the community. People want to feel progress, connection, and direction. If they feel stuck, they cancel. If they feel growth, they stay. That is the real psychology behind memberships. And understanding this is what separates separates success from failure, because anyone can upload content, but not everyone can build transformation, and that is exactly where the real opportunity begins. Now here comes the part most beginners completely misunderstand. They think membership sites succeed because of constant new content, but that is only half the truth. The real secret is not how much you post, but how deeply you solve a specific problem, because people do not pay for content overload. They pay for clarity, they pay for direction, they pay for results. And here's the twist most never expect. The smaller your niche, the more powerful your membership becomes. At first this sounds wrong. Why would limiting your audience help you earn more? But think deeper for a moment. If you try to help everyone, you help no one deeply. But if you help a very specific group, you become essential. Imagine a membership just for beginners learning video editing on mobile, or a group for people trying to build their first freelance income, or a community for introverts learning social confidence. Suddenly, your content feels personalized. It feels like it was made exactly for them, and that feeling creates loyalty. But there is another hidden layer. The most successful membership sites are not content libraries. They are transformation systems. A library gives information. A system creates results, and people will always pay more for results than for information. This is where most creators fail without realizing it. They upload videos, PDFs, and posts, but members still feel stuck because information alone does not create progress. Guidance and structure do. Accountability and feedback do. Even small wins do. And those elements are often missing. Now, here's another surprising truth. You do not need to be the best expert in the world. You only need to be one step ahead of your members. That single step is enough to guide someone forward. And that changes everything about who can start, because suddenly beginners can also become creators. They can teach what they are currently learning. They can document their journey, and people will still join if it helps them move forward. But there is a warning hidden inside this opportunity. If your membership has no clear outcome, it will fail. If members do not feel progress, they will leave quickly, and no marketing can fix a weak experience. And that is why structure matters more than content volume. That is why simplicity often wins over complexity. And that is why most content-heavy memberships quietly collapse, because they confuse activity with transformation. But real success comes from guided progress. And once you understand this shift, everything becomes clearer, because now you are no longer building content, you are building change. Now let's break down how a real membership site is actually built from scratch. The first step is not technology, it is not design, it is not even marketing. The first step is choosing a clear transformation. You must decide what change your members will experience. Then, for example, from confused beginner to confident freelancer, or from unhealthy habits to structured fitness routine, or from zero skills to earning first online income. Without a transformation, nothing else works. Once that is clear, you define your audience, not everyone, but a specific group with a specific problem. Then you design a simple promise, and a promise that feels achievable and real. Next, you choose your platform. It can be a simple website or membership tool. You do not need advanced coding skills. Simplicity is more than enough in the beginning. After that, you create your first core content. Not hundreds of videos, just a structured starting path. Think of it like a roadmap for beginners. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Each step should move them forward. Then you set up your payment system. Monthly subscription is the most common model. It keeps income predictable and stable. After that, you focus on onboarding, because first impressions decide retention. New members should immediately know what to do. Confusion is the fastest way to lose them. Clarity is what keeps them engaged. Next, you add community support. This can be a chat group or forum. People stay longer when they feel connected. Then you start delivering consistent updates. Weekly or monthly content works best, but always tied to the transformation goal, not random uploads. Everything must serve a purpose. As members progress, you collect feedback. Feedback helps you improve the system, and improvement increases retention. Now comes the growth phase. You attract new members through content marketing. Short videos, posts, or tutorials work well. You show value before asking for payment. This builds trust with strangers. Over time, your membership becomes self-sustaining. Members stay, new members join, and income stabilizes, and the system starts to run like a digital engine, but only if every part is connected properly. Because a membership site is not a product, it is a system of continuous value. Now we reach the stage where most people either scale or quit, because building is one thing, but sustaining growth is another. At this level, your membership site is no longer just an idea. It is a living system with members, content, and expectations. The first key to scaling is retention. Keeping members is more important than constantly finding new ones, because every retained member increases lifetime value, and that creates compounding income over time. The second key is automation. You begin to automate onboarding emails. You automate payment reminders. You automate access to content. This reduces manual work significantly, but But automation should never remove personal connection. People still want to feel seen. So you add personal touches where it matters, like community replies or feedback sessions. The third key is content structuring. Instead of random uploads, you build learning paths, beginner path, intermediate path, advanced path. This gives members a sense of progression. Progress is what keeps them subscribed. The fourth key is upgrades. You introduce premium tiers or advanced coaching levels or exclusive workshops. This increases revenue per member. Now your business is not dependent on one income stream. It becomes layered and flexible. The fifth key is feedback loops. You listen to what members struggle with most. Then you build solutions directly into the system. This keeps your membership relevant and valuable. Over time, your site becomes more than content. It becomes a transformation engine. Members join, learn, grow, and succeed, and their success becomes your reputation. That reputation brings organic growth without heavy advertising, without constant pressure. At this point, something powerful happens. Your income becomes predictable, your workload becomes structured, and your business becomes scalable. But the real secret is mindset. You are no longer just a creator, you are a system builder. You are designing outcomes for people's lives, and that responsibility creates real value, because value is what sustains everything long term. If you focus on value, growth becomes natural. If you ignore value, nothing lasts. And that is the final truth of membership sites. They only survive when they consistently transform people.